Welcome back, y'all. This is part 4 of this episode of Daily Dose of Game and Knowledge with your boy Unclebigdee. So what I left off saying was that you are a co-creator of the world and your experiences. If you notice, a lot of things that go on here, a lot of the problems, a lot of aggravation, and a lot of the chaos that go on all come from outside influences that have a hand in it. Okay? And you can tell that they orchestrated a certain way to keep you in the state, the mental state that they want you to be in, for whatever their particular reasons are. And that's how I even got a chance to even get to having this knowledge that I do, is because I had to separate I'm a thinker and a real person on the inside. I feel shit out, and I've been aggravated. A lot of things used to attack me, and I had to go through the whole thing, to even get to this point of knowledge, to even understand these things. What I have learned is that, the Creator, the universe, God, whatever we're in that's computing this, has already given us what we have, life. All the best things in life was given to you. Okay? It seems like every time we try to go out and do what we think we want or make it how we think we want, it never happens. And you can exert all the energy you want to, think deep as much as you want to, and come with all kind of different things to try to, formulas to try to manifest what you think you want, but you'll just be on a long ride and it still won't happen. The only thing it'll happen, things is just whatever's given to you. The best things are given to you. I've learned that we don't control this world. We co-creators, but we don't have 1,000% full control and power over anything, not even in your own life. Alright, so just saying that's why we shouldn't be you gotta be modest in, when they say don't take life too serious, but then you do have to take it serious. Because if you don't, then you will be on in this world, the way it's structured all around money, and the system that we live in, this man-made system that's controlled through money and all this stuff, you have to get up and get out and do something to get something, or to even be in a position or in the lane of even to be able to get more. You know what I mean? And if you just want to be lazy, sit around, smoke weed all day, and bum it all day, you ain't gonna get nowhere in life like they tell you. So you have to take life serious, but then you can't take it too extreme serious. But then I have took it extra extreme serious. That's how I got to this knowledge, this point that I've gotten here. Now you might say, well, he just contradicted himself. But really, what I'm trying to explain to you is there's something in between there. There's a little tiny thing in between what I just said that we haven't touched on, that we need to figure out. You know what I mean? Because this life in this world, man, is a trip, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, only thing people can say, even the most evilest people who talking about they don't believe in God and all this other stuff, at the end of the day, you know what they're gonna say? At certain times in their life, I've heard them say, God is good, or I've been blessed. Because they know that something else that gave them, that put them in that position. They didn't do it themselves. Okay, now, taking life extreme. What do people do when they take life extreme? they gonna, like they trying to get what they want to do. They chasing certain things and they'll do anything for it. They do wild shit. But remember, a lot of people try things, like they say, it's a trick out here. You want to do things and get and follow the temptation, and you go out and do something fucked up, and it comes back around to that person. Remember, everything goes in circles and repetitious circles, in cycles. Karma. Somebody will go out and kill somebody, and all of a sudden they get killed. I grew up, man, most of the people that I grew up with in school, or back in the 1990s, all the niggas back then, and a lot of masters, they all dead, man. They all got murdered. A lot of friends and people I know got murdered. But I figured out that I know that they probably did murder somebody too, because back then they used to get into that gang bang and they had to go out and kill people, and everybody was like a killer. That was the style. So when they did, and then they ended up getting killed, even by not even the same person that they went and killed, or the same people. They just, the universe came back and somehow got them. Because that's how the cycle of life, that's the karma thing that go back around. And so, basically what I'm saying is, I see a lot of extreme people, and it might just be like that do a lot of evil shit, but it seems like the evilest people are the most richest or the most prosperous people here on the planet who have things. You know what I mean? And it's like, out here, if you don't do extra evil shit, or sign up to do extra evil shit, or put no work in, then, you know, you're not accepted. You can't get no nice shit. Or it seems like the banks are only funding the evilest motherfuckers, because the banks are owned by the evilest people that do all this evil shit. What they do, but what I've noticed, they're supposed to be in charge of the crops of humans. So they just do what they manipulate and do what they gotta do to keep people's minds, this world and these colonizations, these herds of humans' minds where they want to be at, for whatever the particular reason might be. Whether that's evil or not, I don't know. You know what I mean? Does it even really matter? That's the key answer. That's that in-between we were just talking about a minute ago. We need to figure out, does it matter? Does it really pertain to anything in my life? If you didn't watch, or you're like, if you don't watch the news, or the radio, or magazines, or you don't socialize and care about gossiping and other people's things that happen around you, if you don't even pay attention to that, if you just stay to yourself and just live your life, does these other things really pertain to you? They don't. None of these things in the external world don't even pertain to you if you don't put yourself in them, or open yourself to interfacing or even caring about that shit. That's extra shit that's trying to get in your brain, so they can bombard and control your brain and pull you a part of them to be in their cycle of whatever mind or whatever the bullshit they got going on. Alright, so that's why I really don't watch TV. I don't believe nothing on TV. All that shit is fake. I already know that it's all bullshit. It's all a game. It's not to help you do anything. And everything that I hear is all fake bullshit around me. You gotta go within. You gotta meditate, stay to yourself sometime, get in tune with nature, channel in, meditate. Okay? Try to interface with the world and the universe. And then you find within, all the truth is within self. You'll find the answers, all the knowledge you need within yourself. But you got to cut yourself off from the external submental world. You can't believe. You got to get rid of these notions and these perceptions of what you think reality is, because how it was presented to you. Okay? Through mainstream, through this world, because there ain't nobody gonna tell you shit from the external. They just out trying to get in you to control you. Okay? But you got a whole universe within your own body and your own self. And once you get that in tune and right, you can align yourself and channel in with broader bodies and worlds above here and beyond, like I say, out of the box, out of not in this same cycle of chaos and hell that these other entities try to push within you, because that's how they feel about themselves or what they are. What I found out is most people treat other people or come out, you know, how they feel about themselves is how they'll treat other people. What I figured out is a lot of these people and these different races and different people are not the same on the end. They're not all real people. A lot of people don't have souls. They don't have a pineal gland. They don't have light. They're all controlled by computers and through anal sex. The computers is a computer network created through 1,000 years of anal sex. You know what I'm saying? And if you go do all the European shit comes out of Greek, the Greco-Roman era. Okay, the Greeks. Right before the Greco-Roman and in the Greco-Roman. They supposedly come out of Anatolia, Turkey area, and the Caucasus Mountains at the top of the Tigris River. And that whole area from Iraq all the way up to Georgia and Turkey and all that shit. And if you go do the history on them, they've been doing anal sex from day one. All the Europeans shit starts from Greek. The first European book that was written was the Iliad by Homer. Okay, go Google this shit. I know I'll be studying it. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And all they shit that they claim all has to do that it started from Greece. If you go look at the ancient Greeks shit, all of them were gay. They practiced in anal sex since way back then, having sex with little boys, they just love the booty. And they've been doing that all through the whole European, since they've been spreading themselves all the way to this very day. They're still practicing that. That's a big thing to them. What it is just a computer network. When they've been doing that, they'll put their seed on that doo-doo and then they compute. And then this other person, they all do it, and they all from the same blood, they the same seed, the same race, and they all doing it, and then they all on the same frequency. So they interface and compute with each other. You see what I'm saying? They all powered by the doo-doo. All the seeds, the DNA and the seed is the same frequency, and they all powered by this doo-doo, and then you got millions of motherfuckers having anal sex, and they're on the same frequency. That creates a big computer network of all computing with each other. And that's what the universe has showed me, how a lot of this shit was manifested in this technical world that we live in today. All came from that. You see what I'm saying? So it was a project. You see what I'm saying? And that's why never before in history, if you go look in history, when you say, okay, 120 years ago, black people ruled the world, and the majority of the population of the world was black people, like melanated people. And all from before that, from the beginning, since we've been here on this planet, ain't nobody built no skyscrapers. Didn't nobody have no electronics. Didn't nobody build, but you know, black people been here all them thousand years, and ain't nobody built. I mean, we're not gonna get into that conversation. We were saying, oh well, we built the pyramids, and they still can't figure out how we did that now. That's another story. All that stuff was built by extraterrestrials with technology who came here and set up shop here, and they had technology that's way more advanced than us here. Because they came from other worlds that was older, all right, more established. They created this world and then built the bridge, which is the Stargates, built the bridge here and the system here. of micro processing, microcosm, and that's what this is. And this is all computed from there. You know what I mean? Downward inward. Like I said, but then with the last 120 years, all of a sudden we got all this technology, the whole world has developed into what it is today through these different races. Like I said, we do the blueprint, they build them. When I mean we do the blueprint, you got to remember, our DNA, we are the extraterrestrials. We are the ones on the UFOs. We the ones that built the Stargates. We the ones that built, that's from another constellation, from other bodies. We the original person, the original man. We the original 10. We the ones that created the other people, the other races, the hybrid humans, and supposedly our race, we're the ones that even created this whole project in the first place. That's why they call us Satan, or we're the devil. Supposedly the serpent seed and all that old shit. Everything evolves around the serpent seed, or the saurian seed, with the God and with the devil at the same time. Whatever they want to call it. Like I said, humans have to create a conclusion. They have to create a wall, or to keep going in circles. The way they think, the way things go, you keep going, and so you keep thinking and thinking, you keep going until you come to a conclusion to make that at a halt. So that's their conclusion. They had to come up with all these things. And that's why I say everything is a lie. You can't really believe nothing and take nothing from face value. But there's truth in every lie or everything you hear. You just gotta know how to extract what you need out of everything. In the word believe, you got B-E, then it's L-I-E-V-E. You got lie in the middle of the word believe. Why? Because all this shit is made up, computed as you go along. So it's, you believe it's real, but it's a lie at the same time. It's an illusion. Everything is computed. This is holographic, computed as you go along in your mind. And as you go along is whatever you feeling or thinking at that time, or believe in life, or whatever you're doing. The world, this computer, the part of the world that your sector will mold itself and compute itself to accommodate how you feel. You know what I mean? So it'll be in harmony with that. You see what I'm saying? The world will harmonize itself around how you feel. It will make itself become that. Like I said at the beginning of the show, that's the manifestation thing. But remember, there's always something that's doing that, that's above you, that what you're in, the computer you're in is doing that. So at the end of the day, it's not about devil or God, good or bad. All these things are polarities. The conclusion of polarities to understand a bigger picture and a bigger premise of what this existence really is. Whether it's a truth or a lie, you still understand the cycle. It's all about understanding shit. Okay? It's all about just the understanding and the comprehension of the meaning behind things. And that's why, like I said, everything is in codes. You can't take things from face value. Jesus was not a person. Jesus is a metaphor for a Christ. It's supposed to be something with Zeus. Hey, Zeus. But Zeus was a god. If you go look at the pantheon of who Zeus was. You know what I mean? With his, you know, he's some kind of extraterrestrial person. You know, it has something to do with the lightning. Now, if you go look at the lightning thing, you always go, when you see lightning, it has something to do with a UFO entering. You know what I mean? Extraterrestrials coming through. That's what the lightning thing is about. You know what I mean? I noticed that even with the Nazi SS symbol and all them is lightning bolts. The lightning bolts got something to do with some UFOs or some extraterrestrials coming through. And them Nazi and white people was created by these niggas on UFOs. But what I found out is some UFOs with the lightning that's coming through is black people on them. You know what I mean? So there's a whole nother world and a bigger thing that's going on than the average person pays attention to or cares about. Most people are scared. They don't want to dabble into that. They say, oh, I don't know about that. I don't want to hear about that. But they all stuck in their own cycle of their mind and what they bullshit. And they ain't even in their own bullshit. They're into what the world around them molded them to be. Through TV and radio and lies and fake shit and all this other dumb shit right here. And that's why everybody around here is a fucking zombie. And that's why I do these shows, because I want to meet people who's open-minded, who has something to say or has a mind. Most people nowadays don't have their own mind. That shit is aggravating to be around that shit. Back in the days, when I was coming up, people had real spirit, soul, and mind. They used to come with ideas and say things, and just you could feel people. Nowadays, everybody's just controlled and zombie the fuck out on stupid ass shit. And they multiplying themselves, bombarding this fucking world with straight up zombie fucking dumbass shit. And it's just this throwing the balance off the human family and the frequency, you know what I mean, of overall human family here. And everybody's just zombies now, robots around this motherfucker. So you just got to make the best out of what you can, do the best you can, do you, stay true to yourself, and like I said, just be a free spirit, be open-minded, and just, you know, you got to get all that tense and all that hatred out of your fucking heart. Y'all might say, well, look, you got hatred. You talking about different races. I don't have hatred. If you look at me, a lot of people don't think I'm black. They think I'm Indian, Hispanic. They think I'm all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Because I mix with all kind of shit. You know what I mean? You know, my grandfather had blue eyes. You know what I mean? My grandma had straight hair. You know what I mean? On one side, you know, they supposed to be Spanish, and we Indian and Spanish and Asian and all kind of shit. I mix with all that shit, but I'm still black. You know what I mean? So I acknowledge that, and I have the pineal gland. I got the mind. I got the genes of that, even though I mix with all these other things. Okay, so I acknowledge that, and I utilize it. I am who I am. You know, so when we talk about different races, it's not dissing. It's not like, it's just I'm speaking from the scientific point for understanding, or to explain, for you to comprehend that different people, that this is a project going on here with these different races and different mixing and different things, and they testing different people. Why do you think that these UFOs and these people coming and they abducting people, taking samples of blood and all kind of shit? You know what I mean? Just like when you see the animal mutilations and all this other shit, it's UFO. These niggas coming here, they got a project going on, man. They got projects that they doing, creating creatures. You know what I mean? And for whatever reason, if they didn't create certain creatures, you think that all these skyscrapers in these cities, and come on, this whole country is paved. This whole country has freeways and highways now, only within the past 100 years. Nigga, 100 years ago, all this shit was forest all over the fucking country. No skyscrapers, no streets, no roads, none of that shit. In 100 years, all of a sudden, nigga, we got paved roads, freeways, all over the fucking world and all over this country. Big cities, every city got skyscrapers, got a downtown, all this other shit. So, who built them? These certain creatures that they created, these human creatures they created in the lab to be workers. That's who built this shit up. So these are projects, and then people are like ants. These people out here is like ants, and there's millions of them. And they all in the same brain, the same mind. So that's what I say, man. You know, as you see what I do, I sit back and I'll be on some other mind shit. I'm not an ant slave worker around this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm the nigga who, we the ones sitting on that damn throne with some real knowledge, an overseer, and paying attention and getting this knowledge. You know what I mean? And the only people that this message and these videos is going to resonate with, for them to take it serious and appreciate and interface, be eye to eye with me, are those who are overseers as well, or that they're capable of even raising themselves above, and to be able to understand and comprehend and be, you know, on some bigger shit. And those who will not listen to this video, or cannot, or they tried but they had to shut it down, is because it just, the message is not resonating with them, because it's just not in them. It's not within them. They can't understand it because it's not in their makeup. Them in the creation were not created to be on this type of mind frame, this capacity of mind. They can't do it. They are the slaves and the workers. So if you came this far in this video and you appreciating some of my conversation and listening, you know what I mean, go check out some of my other videos. I speak on a whole lot of knowledge. I'm not here for you to criticize or judge or to down talk me, because I'm giving you knowledge and giving you conversation. Ain't nobody out there giving me this conversation. All this stuff I'm speaking to you is, I had to conversate with myself within, and channel out in the universe and conversate with entities that I don't even see physically, that gives me this knowledge. Ain't no other humans or other people giving me this shit. Not to this degree, or this, you know, breaking down all the things that I've said in here in this video.